Welcome everyone to This Explainer. Today, we're taking a seriously fascinating journey through the 2026 technology landscape. We're going to connect the dots between what's happening at the absolute highest levels of Wall Street finance right down to what's happening on your laptop on Main Street. We've got some incredible data to unpack, looking at everything from multi-billion-dollar software valuations to the super-specific micro-level skills that allowing everyday people to actually monetize these massive technological shifts. It's really the complete picture of the tech ecosystem right now, and I'm absolutely thrilled to walk you through it.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap for today. First, we'll cover the vertical SaaS boom. Then, unlocking the valuation premium. Third, AI integration in practice. Fourth, high-paying AI skills. And finally, monetizing the 2026 economy.
Section 1. The vertical SaaS boom, the $157.4 billion macro environment.
To really wrap our heads around the sheer scale of what we're dealing with, just look at this number, $157.4 billion. According to Windsor Drake's Q4 2025 valuation report, this represents the total vertical SaaS, or software as a service market value, in 2025. And listen, this isn't your generalized everyday software. This is driven entirely by the massive digitization of legacy industries. We're talking about healthcare, construction, finance, industries that are finally abandoning pen and paper and moving straight into the cloud.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the staggering growth trajectory here. Vertical SaaS is growing at a massive 23.9% compound annual growth rate. Basically, that means industry-specific software is expanding twice as fast as the broader general SaaS market. Plus, end-user public cloud spend is forecasting a $723 billion tailwind. That is a massive force pushing these vertical solutions higher and higher every single year.
And, because of this explosive growth, the capital is absolutely following suit. A staggering 46% of all SaaS mergers and acquisitions, or M&A activity, is now vertical-specific. Private equity is really driving this volume. They're basically buying up core industry platforms and then bolting on smaller software tools to consolidate their power. It's a massive flight to quality assets.
Section 2. Unlocking the valuation premium. Why investors pay more.
When evaluating enterprise value compared to revenue, general or horizontal SaaS sits at a median multiple of around 4.8x. But vertical SaaS? It commands a 7.0x multiple. That's a massive 46% valuation premium just for being specialized. And premium verticals like health tech or construction tech trade even higher, sometimes pushing past 10x or even 11x multiples. It's wild. So the crucial point is understanding exactly why that premium exists in the first place. It really all comes down to the difference between a simple point solution and a true system of record. Vertical SaaS companies actually embed themselves right into the core workflows of a business. They have built-in regulatory compliance modes, think HIPAA and healthcare, for example. This creates incredibly high switching costs, which means customer retention rates often sit way up above 90%. Furthermore, they embed fintech directly into the software. By managing things like payments and lending, these platforms can expand their revenue per customer by 2 to 3 times, literally without having to sell any additional software. So we have this multi-billion-dollar macro environment filled with these incredibly highly valued platforms. But let's pause for a second and ask a really practical question. Who is actually running these software systems and executing these AI workflows on the ground? Right? Because all this structural capital needs human operators to actually extract the value.
Section 3. AI integration in practice, from software to execution.
And this brilliantly illustrates current AI adoption on the ground, which, according to the Windsor Drake data, falls into 3 distinct levels. Level 1 is assist. Think of co-pilots drafting emails, and that has a massive 85% adoption rate. Level 2 is automate, handling repetitive data entry, sitting at about 45% adoption. Finally, level 3 is agentic AI, which autonomously executes complex workflows. The report defines this as replacing actual labor, not just tasks, and notes it currently sits at just 12% adoption among enterprise users.
Let's look at a concrete example of this execution from Tracking Time's 2026 data on marketing teams. When production stops being a bottleneck, how are teams actually using AI video generators? Well, they use them reliably for 3 main jobs: building corporate explainers with synthetic presenters, generating social format clips at scale, and creating rough-cut storyboards that human teams can then go in and refine. It's really all about practical workflow enhancement, utilizing software to speed up those repetitive, creative tasks.
But it's really important to ground the hype here. As Tracking Time's analysis notes,
These AI video tools are, quote, not ready to replace a creative director, a brand voice, or proper production for hero campaigns. The technology absolutely requires skilled human operators to guide the output, ensure the quality, and align it with a broader strategic vision. And honestly, that is exactly where the individual opportunity lies for us.
Section 4. High-paying AI skills thriving in the new ecosystem.
Data from Gap to Growth shows a very clear shift. In 2026, modern AI careers are focused almost entirely on verifiable skills and results, rather than traditional degrees. You really don't need to be a heavy software coder to capture value in this space. Businesses are paying good money for people who can wisely use the tools we just discussed to solve real problems and create tangible business value.
Here is a phenomenal breakdown of the 10 best AI skills for 2026, split into 2 distinct tracks. For freelancers, the fast-starting skills include prompt engineering, AI content creation, chatbot setup, resume optimization, and generating AI video and images. Now, if you want to be an entrepreneur or consultant, the serious money is in AI marketing automation, business automation, data analysis without heavy coding, by the way, and acting as an AI tool specialist for small businesses. These businesses desperately need human consultants to come in and set this software up for them.
Let's move to and see how this builds into Section 5, Monetizing the 2026 Economy, Your Action Plan. Gap to Growth provides a really clear 3-step framework for turning these AI skills into real income, often within a 3 to 6 month time frame. Step 1, focus on real problems. Don't just learn tech for the sake of tech, right? Find a real business bottleneck. Step 2, build small projects. Prove to yourself and others that you can actually use the AI tool to solve that specific problem. And step 3, offer your services early. Please don't wait until you feel like an absolute master. Show your results and start capturing that freelance or consulting income immediately.
We've seen the $157 billion moving into industry-specific software. We've seen how tools are changing day-to-day workflows. The technology is absolutely here, and the Wall Street capital is flowing to support it. So the only question left to answer is this: are your skills ready to capture your share of it? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this gives you the exact blueprint you need to navigate 2026.